At very least, the best man would deserve a slap. Would you agree? I would interrupt the entire ceremony and be like, and just walk up to him as he's giving his speech.
Just as smooth as
Keep
will.
my
As smooth as will.
fucking wife's
One
name
hand.
out your fucking mouth.
Bro, so that was the man. So everybody heard the slap. Everybody saw the video. The slap heard around the world.
Around the world.
Man, so yeah, man, I might put a clip of it before it plays or something.
Everybody in the world seen it, bro.
Everybody's seen it, but man, I just want to ask, like, what you guys think initially, like when you guys first heard it? Where were you when you heard about the slap?
I
The
thought
slap.
I thought it was scripted, to be honest.
Yeah.
But then I thought I was like, I wonder if he would have done it if she wouldn't have cheated on him. You know, like 'cause, like everything that's just like tagging on to like what he's been through. So I'm like, if all that wouldn't have happened, would he have slapped the person? Would he have
He
slapped
was
Chris?
just thinking about August.
Yeah, right. He's like, this is what I
whole
would have
time.
done in August. Bah.
Yeah.
You know, type of thing. But no, I feel like he shouldn't have done that because now it's overshadowed. You know, it's the first time he ever won an Oscar, and now it's gonna be overshadowed. Like, I know that's the time he slapped someone. It's not the
It
time.
might
he
get
won the
taken
Oscar.
away too.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard they
Yeah.
might take it away.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he already left the academy, so
Yeah.
He's been expelled.
yeah.
Sounds like
Damn.
it's crazy that Chris Rock didn't. Is it Chris Rock here?
Yeah.
Chris Rock is a G. That's
Yeah.
why.
I
Chris
just-
Rock has been mugged.
I
like
wouldn't have
plenty
pressed
of
charges
times.
either.
Yeah, he didn't press charges. That's crazy. I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Because I'm pretty sure he could have gotten some bank out of that, but it was like, nah.
That's what Jim Carrey
That's
said.
one
He's like,
thing-
I would have sued him for $50 million.
Would you guys
That's
have
one
pressed
thing-
charges? I might have, considering how much money.
I would like to think. I would like to think that I wouldn't, but then I might listen to my financial advisors. You know?
With my current bank situation, absolutely. I would,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If I was in Chris Rock's shoes, I'd be like, whatever.
yeah.
I agree with you guys, but I probably would have slapped him back. Just came back with right off the wind up.
He would.
So what'd you think initially, man? Like when you first heard it, like what'd you think? And what did you think whether it was like staged or not?
I did
we
think
had
it was
that in-
staged at first, just because of the angle they showed it. It showed just like a diagonal point of view. It didn't look like he made full contact. I don't know. I mean, it sounded like a slap. It looked like a slap, but I don't know. It just seemed a little movie like a
He
little
didn't
bit.
quack though, huh?
No, it didn't. Like, bro, Will Smith played Ali, and like he doesn't know how to throw a punch. He doesn't know how to throw a slap. Like, my boy like shifted hella. Like he exaggerated hella.
It's because he walked up to him like a pimp, though.
That was kind of cool. All right,
That was
but
the
he
one
walked
thing
up
I
to
would-
him.
I'm walk up there.
I'm not. It did look like a movie slap, right?
Yeah,
Like if you were
like
to
he
see
really
it
like exaggerated, like a novella slap.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
And like the way Chris Rock kind of like moved and laughed it off and everything, it just didn't seem real. You know what I mean? But I think we got another point of view, and I shared that I think with the chat, and it made full contact. It looked like it was just like fingers up.
I think Will Smith was kind of scared to hit him, like full handed, like all of that stuff. He
He'd
just
have
kind of
dropped.
he
I
just
feel like
kind of
Will
wanted
has
to
a pretty
touch him.
big
Like,
hand.
I don't think he wanted to hit him. If anything, like
just wanted to make a point.
Yeah, I don't think he wanted to like really like catch him across the face. I think he wanted to just like just shut him up, basically.
It was pimp though, cause like he slapped him. He didn't punch him or anything. He like open hand pin slapped him. So I thought that was pretty cool.
I thought Chris Rock, if it was a real slap, took that shit like a G. Like he
sure.
took it on the mouth. He didn't fucking like start complaining about it. He didn't do anything like that. He like took that shit on the cheek and rolled off with it. He continued making jokes. He made a joke about himself. Like
Yeah.
he fucking took that shit like a professional goddamn comedian, which he is. Yeah, I felt like Will Smith was the one out of pocket. Like he shouldn't have done that shit. He should understand who the fuck Chris Rock is for as long as he's been doing it.
It's
Like
a legend right there.
yeah.
I initially thought it was fake, like just because like what you said, the angle and everything, and the way they shot it and stuff. But then I saw what happened after, like you see the moments after and stuff, and how awkward and how cringy that whole moment was. It was just like,
Yeah.
oh no, that had to be real.
You see everybody's
There's
reaction.
no way, man. Like,
Yeah, once I heard him say it the second time, I was like, oh yeah, he sounds mad. It's real.
yeah,
You did
man. I had heard about it and stuff, and then I was like, there's no way. Will Smith, dude. I was looking at my phone. I was like, Will Smith.
Violent
I was like,
altercation.
it's not Kanye. It's not fucking, some. No, I was just like, really? This has to be fake. It was like Will Smith. This has to be staged, some kind of thing or whatever. Then I saw how awkward it was, man, and I was just like, Oh no, dude, this is something completely freaking different, man. It's crazy. By the time I sent the video to you guys, dude, I had already watched it like 30 times.
Yeah.
I had already dissected it. Like I had already.
I
looked
will
at
say
it.
that you were the first person to like.
Dude, I sent it
to
right
share
away,
it, yeah.
man. As soon as I saw it pop up on, I was like, really? Like,
Did you
I
catch
was like,
that? I said I will. I will.
now I don't think it was fake. Like I think it was completely real, and I mean, as much as like I understand the reasons, right? Like they get all the attention to the Oscars, which gets no freaking ratings, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now all the attention was on the Oscars, right?
It's on
Like,
Hulu.
are you guys watching the next year's Oscars? Maybe,
Nah. What
No.
the fuck?
maybe the highlights, right?
I mean, they always show the highlights.
They
on
better if they don't have
Who's
a
getting
slap.
slapped next year?
if they don't have a slap.
Who's
the
getting
Two
judo
people got
slammed?
slapped.
Oh shoot, man. Oh, but yeah, man. More to you guys' point, like what you guys were talking about. We put up another question. The perspectives that are coming out were that he was defending his wife's honor because Chris Rock was making a joke about her baldness. Not
Which
even her
was
baldness,
mild.
just her haircut. Because he wasn't making fun of her baldness necessarily. It was more her choice of a hairstyle. Like, was he defending his wife, or is it just some sensitivity shit?
be
Or
honest-
what do you guys think like about it?
To be honest, I feel like Jada Pinkett has gone full movie villain at this point. Like that's just how I feel about her.
Where,
The
well,
hell she
they
wants.
were saying she's a witch.
She does look.
That's going around
She
for
looks
real,
like-
dude. She did the Order 66 on him.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
did the look, and he was
Yeah.
like,
She
because
looked
he
like-
was laughing. You know,
Yeah,
She look like Krillin.
Dang. What'd you think, man?
he was trying to get some later on that night. That's all it was. I got to get on her good side somehow.
First things first.
Yeah,
I'm kidding,
man.
guys.
No, we understand that joke, and it's like those are the jokes that I thought should have been flying out of Chris Rock's mouth when he got slapped, right? Like that's what I expected, like that type of stuff, not this mild ass.
That's because he wasn't on his regular stage. He was on the Oscar stage, and he wants to come back. He's already been like
I think that was the second year.
yeah, but no, but I'm saying he was at first he was threatened to not be able to host the Oscars because of something he had said, and then he eventually apologized for it. That was a long time ago, and then now they like eventually repealed that and let him host it. And it's been his second year that he's hosted, so maybe he just wants to continue doing it for the money. So he took it like a fucking professional.
Yeah,
So, and the professional they want, not the professional that he is, because he could have taken it that way.
yeah. Damn, man.
I feel like he could have roasted the fuck out of her.
Oh yeah, I would have kept going at that point. You already
Absolutely.
slapped me. It's not like you're gonna get up and do it again.
Yeah, everybody brought up that point where he thought about it, right? Like where there's that moment where he hesitates, where he's just like,
How am I gonna
okay,
go? How am I
and then
gonna go?
like, you can kind of see it in Chris Rock's face where he kind of thinks about continuing the joke and like, and actually like taking
He's
it out.
pondering.
Yeah. What'd you think, man? Just overall thoughts on the thing, like.
Oh, I thought Chris Rock didn't deserve it at all. You know, I was like, really? Like, he gonna take the joke? Like, that's his job. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
You know, like he goes to his comedy show. He's gonna make a joke. Like, if they were there, he's gonna make a joke out of your wife, and that's it. You know, that's what he paid for, type of thing. And I was
Yeah.
like, hell no.
You didn't think the people that did you guys think anything about the people that actually defended? Because that's a big thing, right? People were saying that, nah, Chris
Protected
Rock
his
deserved it.
queen.
He did. He
All the women, you mean?
what, you know what I mean? Like
Stuck-up women.
Yeah, he stood up for his
Entitled women.
wife or whatever. Like when she was getting made fun of, and she didn't feel like she was hurt or whatever. Like he just stood up for her. Like, what do you guys think about that?
First things first, I want to say don't sit in the front. If there's a comedian, that's what I'm gonna say. First things first, don't sit in front. You can't take a joke. Will Smith. All right, look, I understand that he's defending his woman and all that, but like it's a world stage. Don't embarrass yourself and others. You know, trying to do that, especially for a woman that has embarrassed you for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
He's been, like Adrian was saying, he's been the meme, the laughing stock
Oh,
of
yeah.
the past
He
couple of
replaced
years. You
Crying
know what I mean?
Jordan.
He did
He did.
with the face on the
Yep.
red tabletop. Yeah, but like I was saying, you know, especially for a woman that doesn't respect you or like she literally belittles him. I feel, and it's like every year she try to like one up herself and try to like embarrass him. You know what I mean?
I think she's almost like trying to bring herself up to be as big of a star as he is. Because she's she's not right, like exactly. So by attaching her name to his and then like kind of bringing like negging him, she's kind of
boosting
bringing
herself.
her stock up, right?
Yeah.
Like also so.
So she's using him as a stepping stone.
Yeah.
She's like, motherfucker, I was on the Matrix, you weren't.
He was supposed to be Neo.
Yeah, I know,
Like
I know.
he should have been.
I know.
Instead, he did Wild Wild West,
Shut
like
up.
which I thought until this point was like his worst career move, and like this totally fucking blew that out the water.
That's funny.
Yeah, most people thought it was not called for, right? Like I didn't think it was called for, absolutely. Like I understand the people that think he's like defending his wife and all that stuff, but
She wasn't being physically harmed.
It's one thing to defend your wife, right? And it's another thing to like go up there and physically assault somebody. But it wasn't just that. It was that to me it didn't feel like it was about the joke because the joke was so goddamn mild that it was like who gets offended at that? Like being bald isn't like a big offensive like thing, right? Like men go bald, like there's open jokes about that. Like, I'm not balding, I have an advancing facial frontier, right? Like that's a joke. Like that's a joke about male baldness that's like, you know what I mean? Like it's a joke and we can laugh at it like nothing, right? Like isn't this big thing to be like to be offended about. Which like it's like dude, that's why I think it wasn't about the joke. I'm like they are just tired of being the butt of the joke, right? Like they've been for the last 2 years or whatever.
Her fault.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he shouldn't have been like I get that he's like roasting your wife or whatever, but I was like he should have been saying way worse shit. Like he was saying the most mild, like he lobbed up a joke at you to be like, here, I'm not gonna really make fun of you because we know what I should really say right now. That's what he was saying by saying that.
August
joke,
should have
right?
been the punchline.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's
like
all
he
be
was like
real with
I'm gonna give you this softball because I know that you guys are hurting and all that stuff. He was being nice by saying that joke.
Yeah.
And that's
he
why
laughed.
I'm like it wasn't about that joke, and he was laughing at it because
That's why he said it's a G.I. Jane joke. Like, wow, dude. Like,
yeah, he said it initially, right? He's like,
worse.
Yeah. He could have been like, Jada, you're here with Will, not August.
Oh shit! Damn.
Oh, it's nice to see Jada and Will.
Then I would have understood
The
the
slap,
slap,
right?
you know.
that was so good. That would have been a much better joke, and that would have like
It would have been so clean.
it would have felt appropriate. Yeah. Nah, but that's one of those things that I forget who was making that point, but they were saying that all these people, they don't really like comedians, right? Like because there was a lot of people giving him props about it, right? Like a lot of famous people giving him props. And it's like, yeah, these people don't really like comedians. Like they don't really like being the butt of the joke. They like being the center of attention,
That's their ego
but not being part of a joke, right? And it's like they don't really like comedians that way. Like all these actors and stuff, they don't like comedians that way. They're like, they're not really there to get made fun of. They kind of just play along or whatever. And it's like, but it's also at the same time, I'm like, I get you're defending your wife, but if I take you to a comedy show and there's a comedian on stage and he's like roasting everybody, roast, and then he roasts you, and like you're gonna get mad about it.
If
like
you laughed at every
you're
other
no,
joke
and at
before-
that point it's like I'm not defending you. You're embarrassing me. Like you know what I mean? Like that's how I feel about it. Like I'm like I can't take you to a show, I can't take you to a comedy show, and you like not embarrass me that way. I don't
Take
know.
Uber home.
It's so like that's crazy. Like that you say that because I've wanted to go. Like I've gone to a lot of comic shows, like the little bar ones, like the improv and stuff like that, where like the comedians are kind of small.
Yeah.
And they say off the wall shit, but half the time I'm going by myself because I know like if I go with somebody that's kind of uptight, like, and I'm laughing at something that they're offended, then it becomes a conversation on the way home for
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
me.
Can't believe
Like,
you laughed at that.
It's like I can't believe you laughed at he was calling bitches hoes and all this. Like you laughed at a rape joke? Like all right, but the punchline was set up so well. Like you don't understand. I wasn't
They
laughing
gotta
at the rape.
Yeah,
I was
right.
laughing at the punchline.
Right, they got to understand the context, right? Like it's in the context of the show. Chris Rock isn't just blatantly disrespecting you out on the streets talking shit. Like he's in the middle of the show.
deserved to slap
You gotta
him.
let the reason I get so offended of this is like it's like you gotta let the artist do his art. Like that's his performance. Like that's what he's there to do. Like you said, right? Like that's his job. That's what he's there to do. But you gotta let the artist do his art. Like and then you can feel which way you want about it. Like let the chips fall where they may. But you can't just like have this drama queen fucking reaction to a show and like make it all about you. You know, it's I don't know. There's like so much secondhand embarrassment that I feel for it that it was just.
But that being said, real quick, just to play devil's advocate.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say defend Jada and Will as much as you can
No.
because
No, just to play devil's advocate in the way that to the people that do think that it is staged, Chris Rock is on tour right now.
But he already had
So
the
the
tour
amount, I get it, but you want to amp up your ticket sales anyway, like bring some light to your name.
Oh, you want to go into conspiracy theories real quick?
So, what better way to get your name across than get slapped by the most friendliest man on the planet? Like,
I will say that they are taking it kind of far with this whole thing, though, because they canceled one of his Netflix specials and one of the movies he has. I think Bad Boys 4.
Oh,
And that's
really?
just
Bad
that's
Boys
just
4?
taking yeah.
Mike Lowry.
I mean, it was.
Mike
Hey, actually, you know what?
Lowry.
You know what? You
Four
know what?
wasn't
No,
that
no, no,
great
no, no.
anyway.
You know what?
That's taking it too far. They
No, no,
have
no,
that all
no.
that canceled
If
or
you
stop
cancel-
production.
If you ever cancel number
hold
two-
on. I'm gonna disagree with you here, because I think he should have been canceled. Like Bad Boys 4 or the next Bad Boys or whatever for doing that bullshit. For that simpy ass slap that he did, like he's not Mike Lowry anymore. Like fuck that. He lost my
Mike
respect for
Lowry.
that. Yeah, he ain't Mike
He
Lowry.
had so much pimp in his style when he was Mike Lowry though that you believed it.
Yeah, I'm
Bro,
like,
but
dude,
he fixed his suit on the way out and everything.
You
That
simp
was
ass.
kinda
You can't-
pimp.
he
That was
can't-
kind of pimp though.
no.
I will
After
give
all
him
this
his walk. Like I said, that walk up to him, but like I don't know, the slap should have dropped him. You have a pretty big hand.
Yeah, after all this Jada and slap stuff, he can't be Mike Lowry anymore. He can't be Hitch. Like, nah. Dude, you can't do
You
that
ain't the
shit.
player.
That's not you no more, dude. You can't do that.
Hitch.
You got to do more like Pursuit of Happiness stuff where you're like crying and stuff. Like, cause
Well, he's supposed to be doing I Am Legend too with Michael B. Jordan.
really?
Yeah, that's up in the air.
He died in the end.
They're supposed to.
Oh, he did. He
In-
blew up.
In
He
I
did.
Robot, no.
No, I Am
Oh,
Legend.
Oh,
No,
I
no.
Am Legend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's alternate endings. To
There
that
is
movie.
alternate endings where he survives that. Yeah.
So
Oh, there
why
is.
is the fucking original the one where he dies?
Well, technically, might be up to them to decide whether he actually.
Maybe they
is
were just
dead
like,
or
oh, he
not.
didn't actually die. He had
Bullshit.
grenades in his hands.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I feel you.
If they're
But
There was another conspiracy revolving around the Oscars or whatever because they were sponsored by Pfizer. By the what is it? By the what Pfizer's the what do they do, the vaccines or whatever?
Yeah.
they made
Yeah. So
the
did
leading
you guys
vaccine.
did you guys know what alopecia was before all this?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
I didn't.
Yeah.
What is it?
I had no clue.
It's
Like,
like hair loss, like
In
balding.
patches.
Yeah,
it's
Oh,
a-
okay.
yeah, it's like hair loss disorder where like it loses in patches or whatever. I had never heard about it before, and then like all of a sudden it's all in the news, and then suddenly Pfizer, who sponsored the Oscars, they're coming out with the new treatment. They just happen to be coming out with a new treatment for alopecia,
Wow.
which is crazy because now
I
they're
had to
because
look into it.
their stock was dropping because of all the COVID vaccines and stuff, and all of a sudden this stuff happens, and it's like, oh, alopecia. We just happen to be coming out with an alopecia treatment.
You know what's funny? That now that you say that about that type of conspiracy, that as much as mine makes sense, yours might make sense just as much because of the fact that a lot of people with alopecia were calling her out for not having alopecia because she
Oh,
doesn't, her scalp doesn't look like. And I'm not making
yeah.
any accusations. These are just from people that memes that they have own created. There's people out there calling her out for not having it because her bald head looks like GI Jane more than it actually does look like she has that
Hey,
disease.
by the way, being called GI Jane isn't
Insult.
an insult.
Only because
Like,
of the fact that movie sucks.
Demi Moore isn't ugly or anything like that. Even with her head shaved, like I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Look at
But yeah, people were posting up pictures of what actual alopecia looks like,
It
and
didn't
I
look
looked
like
at
her
her and
head.
I was like, "That's not alopecia, bro.
She just
Like,
got a baldy.
You're just being super sensitive." Like, so Ricky posted this thing because he had some sentiments like that we weren't quite feeling. He was saying how he was defending his wife and all that stuff. And he posted up a quote saying, maybe now like this will inspire some fear into the hearts of comedians just not being able to say whatever the hell they want. And I had like just like a big I had had to disagree with that. I was like, oh, luckily the person who wrote that also didn't post themselves or quote themselves writing that, because they would have been the first people roasted because of it. Like, I had a big disagreement with that specifically, but what did you guys think?
I feel bad for comedians now, you know, type of thing, because it's like with this, it's like the comedians already get heckled, you know, a lot. So it's like with this, like if Will Smith like slaps someone, why can I not do it, you know, type of thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're gonna have like that.
Will Smith, motherfucker.
Yeah, but I feel like they're gonna have like that entitlement. Like, you make fun of me, I can do whatever I want now, type of thing. And I'm like, dang. But I feel like comedians shouldn't even have a filter, you know, like say it. Like, that's your job, dude. Like, just go for it.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like it puts something in place for now. Like, people, I guess, will feel entitled. Like, I can go up there and smack him, or I can go up there and hit him, type of thing.
Yeah, just because you feel offended. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
and it's like that's not how it works.
Yeah. Do you think anything, man?
Yeah, just to agree with like what Adrian just said, and to agree with you said, like, how are you gonna censor an artist and limit what they can and can't say? You know what I mean? Man, their whole spiel is to be vulgar and to make light on certain subjects and stuff. Like, I don't know. I think it's bullshit. You know, people are too soft these days. I mean,
Yeah.
and I don't know. I hope comedians would defend themselves if somebody tried to go up there and slap them.
Oh, they did, man. Like, did they really think that that going up there, or did he really think that going up there and slapping the comedian was gonna like hold him back from these jokes? Like, he got more jokes than he ever wanted. Like, you know what I mean? If they were really offended by that.
I wouldn't be
Like,
surprised
she
if his
got-
whole special is
Like-
framed around that now.
No, not even just them, but like not even just Chris Rock, but every comedian out there is like, yo, what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like,
We're not fucking
they're
comedians.
they're
aren't
like,
fucking
if
with
they
Will.
got offended at that little joke, it's like, oh, they were about to get roasted, and they did. I mean, they have been, and they still are. Like,
The memes went crazy, bro. It
and
wasn't even a full 24 hours.
There was whole raps written with less than 24 hours. That shit
DJ
is
Drama had a
crazy.
drop. Don't get Will Smith. No, he's like, don't get Chris rocked. He's like, don't get Chris rocked.
it's like Drake's out there writing a hook right now.
Yeah.
If a slap could
Could
move a
move
rock at
mountains.
will.
Yeah.
Like, no, but yeah, like I had a problem with that one, of just saying that it was that they should be fearful of it, right? Like, because I think everybody can understand when things are said out of hate, or when people should actually be offended, right? Like, if you really believe in equality and you believe that like that everybody should be equal. If I'm a comedian and I'm sitting there, roast, guy in the wheelchair sitting there, I'm gonna skip him. Roast. He's not my equal. Like, I don't think of him as my equal because I can't roast him. Like, I can't do my art with him the same way I do it with everybody else. Like, you know what I mean? I can't joke with him. I can't be the same. He's part of some protected class, and I think that's like a lot of what this offensive shit is about. Like, where everybody just wants to get into like oh, I'm a this, I'm a that. Like, I'm part of this protected class, so you can't make fun of me. Like, no, if you're equal, I'm gonna make fun of you too, cause we're all equal, and that's what I do, right? Like I said earlier, like, you gotta let the artist do his art. So, like, then you can feel which way you want.